When I was 8 years old, I was molested. That just opened up a door, turning me to drugs, alcohol, pornography. At the age of 13 years old, I joined the Crips gang. And at the age of 19 years old, there was a hit put out for my life. The rival gang tried to decapitate me. I woke up in a hospital. The doctor said he didn't know how I survived because my jugular vein was cut. But it's by God's grace I'm here to tell y'all this. So, my grandfather brought me from the hospital to a shift revival service, and that night I had an encounter with God that changed my life. I went home, and I woke up the next day. I said, God, if you're real, you'll make sure I go with that ministry. 3 hours later, I got a phone call from my grandfather asking if I wanted to come on the road with Eddie James Ministry. I traveled for about a year and a half, but because I wasn't praying, I went back to the drugs, I went back to the gangs, I went back to the alcohol, and I ended up going to prison for almost 6 years. While I was in prison, the Lord revealed himself to me, and he told me to leave the gangs alone. He spoke to me, he told me to leave the gangs alone. I was being disobedient. Because of my disobedience, I overdosed and died. They Narcan me 4 times. The paramedic said he wasn't gonna Narcan me no more. He was just gonna let me go, but God had a plan for my life. But God brought me to a broken place where I had nothing else to turn to or nobody else to turn to but to turn to him and cry out to him. And I cried out to God one night. I said, God, what am I gonna do at this point in my life? Where do I go? And he led me back to the ministry. I've been clean for 10 months now.